Talk the things, me come fi talk the things, you hear? Talk the things, me come fi talk the things, you hear me? Talk the things, me come fi talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them screw face, whoa. Talk the things, me come fi talk the things, you hear me? Talk the things, me come fi talk the things, whoa. Talk the things, me come fi talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them no worried me. Talk the things, me come fi talk the things, you hear? Talk the things, me come fi talk the things, whoa. Talk the things, me come fi talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them screw face, whoa. Talk the things, me come fi talk the things, you hear? Talk the things, me come fi talk the things, whoa. Talk the things, me come fi talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them not like me. Talk the things, me come fi talk the thing, you hear? Talk the things, me come fi talk the thing, whoa. Talk the things, me come fi talk the things. You know business, me no care if them screw face, wow. Talk the things, me come fi talk the things, you hear? Talk the things, me come fi talk the things, whoa. Talk the things, me come fi talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them no worried. They hear me fun too much, too much, whoa. Them not like me not like them. Them not rate me and them no friend. Me don't see you care the whole of them are even. Talk the things, me come fi talk the thing, you hear? Talk the things, me come fi talk the thing, whoa. Talk the things, me come fi talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them screw face, whoa. Talk the things, me come fi talk the thing.
Well, what a brand new day, boy. I like do road and see if I could link one of me brethren them, boy. Cause you done this the weekend. I see if I could link my dog. We're going on broski, we're going on germs, everything good. You right there, so you know it's Friday and you don't know we ready for party, dog. Yeah, so you don't know we got hit a club tonight. Yeah, bro, you don't know we got party. But if we're going on germs, it's something I want to tell you long. Remember, as a brethren, it's gotta be real to your brethren them. Them spot on your face, bro. You gotta do something about them thing, buddy. On a real life level, bro. You know, we don't admire man and them thing, but you're my G. You understand? But I like you understand, I trying for get a cream or get something for sort out this thing, my G, and me finding nothing. Germs, here we going on. You know is your dog. I got a solution. You ever hear about the skincare solution for all ages? What skincare solution for all ages you talking about, man? Yeah, germs. I got a sister named Shelly Campbell. She got a skincare for all ages. It's the #1 direct selling skincare company in the world, bro. I'm using it, bro. You don't tell me nothing all the time. By germs, I trying to let you know what's going on, like you don't dep or nothing, dog. You ever going on? Collect this number and call the woman, buddy. Where's the number, bro? The number is 917-602-8456. Or you could follow her on IG at MK_Shelly3. Yeah, telling you? 917-602-8456. Germs are why you gonna call this woman and get your package, bro. Yo, again, and do the now. No more land. Tell we cancel this party tonight. I mean, they in them thing, but I want this thing go away. You understand? So again, I call Shelly. No.
Mind your business, make money.
Oh, not again, man. Not again. Chaja, I got to get this engine fixed. Oh, shucks. Hey, like me, bro. Hey, what going on there? What going on, germs? Hey, right there is a dog. Right now, me head hot to me, bro. Me engine ain't starting. Where me engine ain't starting? Not the other day you fix your engine. But I mean, nobody's man ain't do a good work or what, right? I want to know what part I could get me engine fixed, bro. Alright, don't say 40. I got to help you out, because you know you're my brother. Excitement. Hey, what going on? It's all about E150 General Auto Repair Inc., bro. These man, them specialize in everything when it comes to your car. Your engine, your wheel, you know what I mean? Your carburetor. Whatever it is, bro, these man is the man them go and fix your vehicle. Alright, well, like no part these people them there, man. These people are located at 5731 Cooper Avenue. Yeah, Glendale, Queens. You understand? You could contact them on 347-844-9333 or 347-357-8723 or 646-972-8828. It is enough number. Well, all three them number, you must get onto them, man. Well, they were going on me wasting no more time about it. I gonna deal with this engine now. Alright, do your thing, germs. You don't know. It's all about E150 General Auto Repair Inc. Best auto mechanic them. Definitely, guys. You understand? Alright.
Me darker than midnight. Me darker than cool.
Planning to take a trip to Guyana? Planning to do a tour in Guyana? Well, this is the ideal company for you to call, and we're talking about Matthew's 24-hour bus service, city and nature tours, airport trip, church trip, family outing, local tour, river tour, Kaicho Fall tour, Intori, Amarinian Village, Suriname, and Brazil tour. Matthew's 24-hour bus service, city and nature tour. You guys could contact them on 592-639-2663, 592-673-2348. Let me give you back that number, 592-639-2663 or 592-673-2348. You guys could also follow him on Facebook at Matthew's 24-hour bus service, city and nature tour. Yes, guys, or you could contact Matthew direct with this number here, 639-2663. That's 639-2663. Matthew's 24-hour bus service, city and nature tour. Planning a tour? Well, definitely you guys need to check this out. Matthew's 24-hour bus service and nature tour. Get there. Do not wait for next year. In the building, in the building, in the building. We in the building, and you know, we in the building, and it shows the building, and you know, in the building. Good night, good night, good night, good night, good night, good night to one, good night to shout out to those persons on Facebook, those persons on Twitch, those persons on Kick and YouTube. Twitch, you know the code already. So you don't know we're streaming on 4 platforms. Shout out to everybody that tuning in for the ones and threes. Hope you guys doing fine, man. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Let's Start the Things. Calling Talk Show. Yeah. All right. Yeah, man. Big up to everybody. Hope you guys doing great, man. It's Wednesday. Had to take the day. If you're on, you know, I'm drained. Being behind this computer plus with the kids, because sometimes you just feel drained. You know, you just got for those hold your momentum and just hold your focus. And just hold it, you know, take a little brain rest. Give the brains a little relaxment. And by doing a show whereby every day is controversy, you understand? We bring topics that could inspire us. We bring topics that make us laugh. And then we got topics that is get us very, very angry. You know what I mean? But nevertheless, like I said, man, you know, it's all about holding your composure and knowing that all of these big people over here, so, you know? Yeah. So you don't know the thing already. Good night, everybody. Hope you guys doing good. Hope you guys doing great. Welcome back to the channel. Like I told you guys, as you guys check in, please give the video a thumbs up. As you forward, give the video a thumbs up. You understand? You don't have to pay for that. There's a donation you don't have to pay for. So you don't know, you definitely just got to hit the thumbs up. The more you thumbs up the live, the more it reaches out. The algorithm works. So basically, that's why we really want you to, you know what I mean? Thumbs up the thing. You see me? That's why we really ask you for that. Right? But nevertheless, man, tonight, definitely, as you see the thumbnail we're dealing with, we're going to be dealing with what's one topic for tonight, whereby Odessa speak out. The whole thing between she and Arby North. We ain't go down the road and just hold it for them because I'm going to try to restructure the show. We got to do so. We got some good news and bad news. The bad news, the bad news. The good news is the show is always going to be on, definitely night and day. But the bad news is we're going to narrow down the time with the show. Also, we're going to definitely get a little more strategic and more serious with the time. And I'm talking about the call-in. You understand? This going over 2 minutes, we got to come to the conclusion. We got Dunder. And I definitely is gonna enforce a little more pressure with though, you know what I mean? Because it's important. You know what I mean? It's important. Second thing, you know, last night show us got me there studying whole day also, saying to myself that I can't believe this how the show went last night, or this how the show get in, you know what I mean? It still was on my mind. And I just want to say I apologize to everybody out there that definitely who watched the show last night and feel like, you know what I mean, the show is a one-sided show or whatever the case, you know. I'm trying to make sure the show don't be like that. And like I keep saying, everybody got their opinion when they come over here so to give. We are all big people. And what happened last night, I don't really want to happen again. You know what I mean? Because if I got for force to don't get them a call in and just run the videos them, like I said, just got to do it because it's not a debate show. It's not a show for we fighting each other, tearing down each other upon this show. No. You know what I mean? And watch back the show today and just saying to myself, John knows, you know? Never know the show to go haywire like that. This might say I laugh, skin me teeth a little because you don't know me things go. But that's why I mentioned what I mentioned last time before the show done, you know? We need to hold we composure over here, so bro. And that's what they're saying, you know, when I'm over upon Mark Benchcock show, well, he don't get no calling. So he don't get her. Sharon Duncan, he don't get her. Delta, he don't get her over there. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm saying to myself, like, it's what happened. Why do people so bad that people can't just respect me or though? Like, me understand what's going on. But if I got to enforce and step in with certain things, I will be doing that. Especially this coming for one another. I know y'all like call and say, hey, I could come for me, I don't care. We wonder. We wonder y'all must come, y'all could come for me. This is not what the show is about. The show name Come For Me Talk Show. It called Let's Talk the Things Calling Talk Show. Whereby we could talk the things talk, how we feel with what going on. Talk upon things that we want to, that we don't get for talk on other shows. But it never is a show for tear down nobody. Nobody saying, hey, I can come to Guyana for you or come here for me and I would do this to you. No, bro. This is not my idea. My idea for this show is not that. And I'm deeply hurt from last night and upset. Because when I listen to the show, it's like, what? Nah, man. Nah, I mean, we ain't been there in that all over here, so. So I put in a stop today, Wednesday the 18th, I'm putting a stop to the Bondo. You come for me if I want, and no, this thing is give you opinion and you go your way. If a man calling a man start even going on, I feel this man should do this. Not you business for call back and say, big man don't call back this show, or what's stupid is you talking. This the man opinion. So wait, you trying to tell me if I say A and you say B, you're gonna kill me because I say A? Bro, me ain't gonna kill you because you said B, because why this you thinking? It's like I bringing up me children. I can't bring up me children like you children. You say it, man? I cannot bring up me. You teaching with your children is different with me teaching with me children. But at the end of the day, both is respect, right? But you might yell on you cheering them. I might yell on me cheering them. I might got a different way it's used for let me cheering them know when I'm serious. So it still come back to the same thing. Your opinion is not going to be mine. I am not going to agree to you, and you're not going to agree to me most of the time, but still that don't mean I got to come and tell you mean agree to you. You know what I mean? Me gotta come and tell you though. You don't say what you say, me no time I don't say what I don't say. Let me keep the party rolling. You know of us? So let me keep this thing respectful and keep this thing real. Cause you gotta remember no, it's me and co-host. So they still got a child is there, so within the realms with me, she although she might sleep in wherever is it. It's still a respectful show whereby we got elder people on the show, big people in big places is watching the show. It's still a case whereby we got people that willing to see the show flap, people that willing to see the people them on the show row with one another, fight one another, then the show get a bad reputation. So despite they got people that willing for uplift the show, they got people waiting for the show drop or people coming for tear the show down. It's right, man. So still we gotta look at it on a different aspect like our scrub. Although it's fire show, it's we show. So we got for obey the orders with what fire set. Because guess why? Nobody ain't gonna come and say at our lifestyle show. Nobody ain't come and say Angie show. All aboard show. Just calling some name, just saying them and say fire feeling show. So who gonna get the bad name at the end of the day? It's me. It's me. So those showing how really does show me that you guys respect me when y'all doing that? Come on. You know what I mean? Real thing is foolishness, because like I said, I don't see it on nobody else's channel. So what make it so, you know, that we got to tear off from one another over is what happened. It's crazy, boy. Jah knows. Jah knows, But nevertheless, like I told you guys, man, we're going to be narrowing down on the time. You understand? Yeah, I think we're going to narrow down the time. After this month, we're going to come up with a direct time that we got to deal with. Because definitely, you know, it goes already. Yeah, man, big up everybody that tuning in for the ones and trees. Love you guys, man. You guys know always do it over here, sir. I can see you are upset, my brother. You're right. Take control and let all come together and keep the show clean. Lovely show. We love it to be on for a long time. Real thing, June. It's right, man. Yeah, man. And I want the show to proceed and go through all the time. But we can't have this. What happened last night, we can't have that. We can't. Not because you like APNU and a man don't like APNU, you gonna kill if you don't like APNU, or a man like Win and you don't like Win, you gonna kill it. This thing don't go so, bro. Every man got a right to decide his own destiny or who he feel that he like. It's like a game. If I say Bulls and you say LA Lakers, how you gonna kill me because I like Bulls? Or you gonna tear off me head, or every time you're gonna want I've got to fight because, come on, man. It shit don't looking good, man. And I'm dead upset with it when I watch back the show today, dog. I'm not even gonna tell no lie. Real upset when I watch back the show today, bro. Cause the show ain't supposed to reach there. Hold on. Yeah. It's right, man. But nevertheless, like I told you guys, man, you can jump through the show and deal with things that we gotta deal with, because at the end of the day, you don't know it go, man. It's right, man. And I just want people to know how me things go. I just give everybody a chance until when I pull the rope. You know what I mean? This is how I stay. I just give everybody a fair chance. You know what I mean? It's like when your mother talk to you 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, you in here, then, you know, bell gaffer come out to get some licks. Yeah, I just give everybody a fair chance, and then I just do what I gotta do, you know what I mean? If I gotta take the bad name, it's though. But nevertheless, man, you guys like up the live. God is good all the time. Anyway, you guys like up the live. Hit the likes button. You don't know it goes already, man. You know what I mean? I agree. Show when, yeah, man, shaking up, like, real thing. You know what I mean? But we still ain't gonna cry upon spoiled milk. It is what it is, and I spoke last night and I spoke today. I spoke tonight again, and I hope everybody could hold themselves. You know what I mean? Just hold. It's right? Hold. And let me just, we there here as a community, as a family. This is what I'm saying. None of we over here supposed to be enemy. All we over here supposed to be brothers and sisters. This is what it's supposed to be. Not a man tearing down a man or a man coming for a man. Yeah, you could come for me and no man is supposed to come for a man. Why? And all this man supposed to come for woman or woman gotta come for a man. How a man coming for a man? Me want no man come for me. So me know. I tell you. It's right, man. But nevertheless, man, that's enough. You don't know it goes ready. Drop those donations if you guys are interested in the Cash App or the Zelle that is provided on the bottom of the screen, or you guys could hit the bullseye that is on your television. You know how it is already. Like I said already, big business, small business, business is business. Come aboard Let's Start the Things TV for your advertisement need. Contact those number 347-801-6231. That's 347-801-6231. You guys know how the code go already over. Yasa call a friend, tell a friend to know a friend. Like up the live, thumbs up the live. And let me kick it out like I told you already today. Odessa, definitely speaking the truth and nothing but the truth. Right? So like I said, big up everybody that tuning in, put on ones and threes. Please like up the live for me as we dive here. This is Norman Brown. Definitely he had Odessa on his channel, whereby she spoke about the whole Aubrey Norton situation. It was a beautiful show last night, but a little bit setback. Yeah, the show is nice. The show is nice. It's just when it end up go AWire with who said them threatening who and who saying come here and come there and don't call back this show and this. No, man, me want them thing, buddy. All of we is big people, buddy. We ain't supposed to be behaving like that. None of we ain't supposed to be behaving like that. This show ain't supposed to drive nobody no way like that. You know what I mean? And this is what I say, oh, everybody's respect Delta show and these kind of thing. I don't, you know what I mean? Come on, man. It's not like I's being a booger yago host. I keep the composure. I try to keep the show clean and all these things, and still. I could understand if I hear why you. Anyway, let me get to the show, man. Your face. Oh, you're talking about I want to hear me about face. Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, man, something at work. Big up the skincare solution for all ages. Make sure you contact those numbers, guys. You know the code go already over here. So, yeah, man. Make sure you contact those numbers 917-602-8456 or contact or follow Shelly on MK_Shelly3 for the skincare solution for all ages. You guys know how it goes already over here. Remember, it's all about the best auto mechanic, E150 General Auto Repair Inc. They located at 5721 Cooper Avenue, Glendale, Queens. Shout out to my boy Feroz. Hope you're doing great, man. Gotta come down Queens and check you out. I gotta tell you, for those persons, if you have a vehicle and you're definitely wasting money and not finding the right mechanic shop, if you're in Brooklyn, take a drive to Queens. If you're in Queens, take a drive over to E150 General Auto Repair Inc. Like I said, the telephone number to contact is 347-844-9323 or 347-357-8723. Those numbers again, 347-844-9323 or 347-357-8723. You guys know the code. You know how we burning it up today, definitely, all right? All right, see what we're going to as we go through. We're going to drop some ads as we sail through. Stephanie, big up yourself, man. I don't know what's going on. Stephanie, there's a Lux or Lennox. Big up yourself. Lennox. Yeah, man, big up yourself and big up everybody. Royal, big up yourself in the building. Everybody that roping in 1122. Vanette, James, big up yourself and everybody that is roping in right now. You guys know what's up, right? So we jump straight over to this piece of interview with Norman Brown and Odessa. Then we're going up to that 10:30. All right? So you don't know the ball game. Well, let's get this, man.
One single policy for that ministry, whether it be youth, whether it be sport, or whether it be culture. That in itself says that there exists a flaw. Let me explain to you, Honorable Ramson. Mr. Speaker, let me tell you, this is equivalent to building a house and then seeking a person to create the plan for said house that you just built. Does that make any sense? Can't make sense only to the Honorable Ramson. No sense at all. There has to be something that guides, that informs what happens within those ministries. It is safe to conclude that the policy of the Ministry of Youth, Sport, of Culture, Youth and Sport is a no policy position that they have taken. Mr. Speaker, I took the opportunity to Google, and I want to put Google out there just in case anybody's going to come out and say AI. What policy is? And let me read what Google says. Google says policy defines goals, it establishes operational boundaries, it ensures accountability, and it guides decision making to align with public interest. Now, Google ain't stop there. This is not my idea, Google Bright. What Google continued to say is that it ensures consistency and efficiency, performance evaluation, accountability and governance, and of course, it ensures legal protection. So in other words, we, the artists in this country, have got no legal protection. In other words, no copyright laws. In other words, it means that the government, and by extension, the minister, has a problem with accountability because that facilitates for evaluation. Minister, Honorable Speaker, sorry, I'm talking to everybody. Honorable Speaker, let me tell you, sir, what I have found within these things. I looked at the list of words that we are prohibited from saying, sir. And so I don't want to be disrespectful by any means in this honorable house. So I decided that to describe what is happening, I will say it is eruption. It is eruption that starts with a K. That is what we are experiencing here under the Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sport, since there is absolutely no accountability.
Welcome to another edition of Voice of the Diaspora. I've got a very special guest in studio with me today, none other than a phenomenal woman, a woman who has risen overnight to become a political dynamo in a new political party. She's making waves across the political spectrum. She's none other than WIN's General Secretary and Member of Parliament, Odessa Primus, a straight shooter, a woman of caliber and social standing, but a woman who has emerged from the grassroots, grounding with the ordinary people throughout her life. She has been able to catapult from that level into a political spectrum with a political party that is most significant, at the moment. And she's holding her weight. She is the power behind the party. She is the woman behind the man. She is a black woman in Guyana that continues to make waves. Odessa Primus, Member of Parliament and the General Secretary of the WIN Party, joins me now. Odessa Primus, welcome to Voice of the Diaspora. You are live Looking phenomenal as usual. I
Oh
want to
man.
say, you know, I want to say that I followed your journey and I've been moved by it. I've literally been moved by your journey. From a thespian, an ordinary woman grounding with the grassroots, being a part of the fabric of the ordinary, you have catapulted into the political spectrum with a significance that is overpowering and bright. And when many felt that you would have disappointed, you stood in the annals and the halls of Parliament and you stood your ground, becoming one of the most powerful speakers in the history of our Parliament in Guyana. It tells us that you are able to do things in a moment that is new, things that are new. And so I want to now introduce you, but I want you to say who is Odessa Primus before we get into the program to my viewers around the world. So many people have tuned in, are tuning in at the moment. Just tell us about yourself as if no one knows you, because that is what this program is about. When you come on first, for the first time, you introduce yourself. Tell them who is Odessa Primus.
Well, first of all, good evening to you, Norman. Thank you very much for having me, and of course, a special good evening to those persons who are viewing the program, who are joining as we speak. Who is Odessa Primus? You know, usually when people ask these sorts of questions, it really allows for you to really think of who you really are in terms of what you want to be defined by or
Bye.
defined as. I do not necessarily like the label politician because of what that means in um, here in Guyana. In very many instances, I prefer to be known as someone who fights for the people, someone who stands with and for the people and by the people whenever is needed. Um, I would like to be referred to as the voice of reasoning in the room, the voice for the voiceless. You know, those sort of things outside of the political life. I have been in the entertainment industry for as long as I could remember. Additionally, I'm a mother to two fantastic children. I think God gave me the best, deservingly so. Haha. um, but I have now been part of what is a new movement that is much needed, that was birthed out of a need. Um, Win did not come into being because we want to compete with the PNC or to compete with the PPP, but Win was birthed as a result of a lack, as a result of a gap, as a result of failures by our political leaders. And it has been not a decision made by the leader of the party or myself or anybody else, but it has been the cry of the people that was answered. And so here we are today as a result of that, to fill that gap, to stand in that void for those people who feel hopeless, for those people who feel as though they are not represented, for those people who feel as though we have lost all hope, like this is what it is. There are very many people in this country, Norman, who feel as though things are not going to get better. This is it here for us, and they have more or less given up. And so Win has entered the political arena as hope to the people and for the people.
Thank you so much. Honorable Member of Parliament Odessa Primus here on Voice of the Diaspora. I know you have slighted me in terms of talking about yourself before politics. And you have said fairly that you don't want to be seen as a politician. But I know you were a thespian, you were a social media personality, you were a woman that was grounded in the grassroots, being a symbolic and significant person, outstanding in the grassroots with people. You've always had that personality to be a voice before politics. Talk to us briefly about that period before politics.
I am of the firm belief that if we do not have available or have not, or they have not stepped forward in terms of the leaders that we wish to see in this country, I think that we need to step up. And that is why very many times haven't entered the political arena now. I see people saying on social media, where are the politicians, what are the opposition doing, what is this person doing, what is that person doing? And I always ask myself, what are you doing in terms of the persons asking the questions? Because when I was not a politician, I was not just calling politicians out or waiting for politicians to do things. I mobilized protests. I went out there, I spoke on things, I did videos, I did lives, and I tried the best that I could in my individual capacity to hold the government accountable. I
Yeah.
believe when you have, especially a large social media platform, in this day and age, very many people would want to say, "Oh, I don't want to get involved in politics," or "I don't like politics." Well, politics is in every aspect of our lives, whether or not we want to accept it. The roads that we drive on, if they exist or don't exist, it is because of our political choices, or because of our political leaders. If we have representation in terms of policies that, let's say, the government is proposing, if you do not have a solid opposition, then of course those policies would either go ahead with them, or no policy may exist at all, as in the case of the Ministry of Culture, as you would have played that clip earlier.
Yes.
And so I believe that yes, we must hold our political leaders accountable, but we must also understand that we can fight our own fight as well. We have mobilized on very many instances, myself and when Alyssa was here, and even after she would have left, and I was here on the ground, would have been mobilizing protests on a number of issues, especially supporting the teachers and their fight and the nurses and their fight. And we would have done that in our individual capacities. So I am of the belief that while we must hold those people accountable, we must also stand up and show that we can fight our own fight as well. And this is what we stand for, this is what we believe in, and this is what we will fight for. If nobody never fights for what you want, you're just gonna lie down and roll over. That's not the attitude that we want to cultivate at all as a people.
Wonderful. I see you're slighting me again in terms of talking about you back then, but that's fine. I want
What
to
do you mean
say
by
this.
back then? No.
No, no.
I don't
said
want to.
I
You
said
mean
before
politics?
politics. I said before politics. You're a thespian, which means you were a
Right.
comedian, you were an artist, an entertainer, and so on. That's the meaning of the
Correct.
word. And you were
Thank
grounded
you.
with the grassroots people. You were a light. You know, in the ghetto, we said there are people who are article. You could be in the ghetto, but you outstanding, you're shining as a part of that ghetto. Flower Gun called it in one of his music back in the 90s, article from the slum. Meaning that though you're from the ghetto, you are a person who has potential. You are showing that you don't really belong there, and so on. So the point the point I was getting at is in terms of you explaining to us a little bit about that time in your artistry before politics, who you were, what you done, and so on. But I am, if you want
Oh,
to
well,
touch on
that's
that,
not what you asked, Norman.
that's
But I will answer that
exactly.
question
Yeah,
in
go
terms
ahead.
of
Yeah, yeah.
what I would have done. In terms of what I would have done in the arts, first of all, I've been in the arts for as long as I can remember. I started in nursery school, and I would have done a lot of poetry. I did a lot of writing in terms of script writing. At that time when I started, it was writing skits. So I would
Yeah.
have written a number of pieces, whether it's for church, for schools. I started writing skits for Henry Rodney and John B. Jones and so on before I was even part of any of those things. Eventually, I well, very early on in school, I started acting, and I continued along those lines through artisan direct support, and later on through Marundoy, and through the uncensored production. I eventually started to do stand-up comedy, which came like way down the line, and that came about as a result of me being part of the Toastmasters Club. So I represented Guyana regionally as a Toastmaster several times, and as a result of that, I chose to be part of the humorous speech competitions. Toastmasters is not like comedy. You have to speak standard English. You have to tell one consistent story. It can't be slapstick and so on. And so I did that. I traveled, and when I came back, I think one of the competitions. I don't remember if it was in Barbados or St. Lucia, but when I came back, because I would have shared that information with a couple of people, Margaret Lawrence, Jumby Jones, and so on. When I came back, Jumby said, this is a really good piece, and you should consider doing stand-up comedy. Which was a no for me, because I was thinking of, oh my God, you're gonna go out there, Guyanese people will boo you. This is not the look that you're going for. Um, but that was for the very first time he was putting on the uncensored show, and I said, you know what? Eventually, well, he did prod a lot. He was very convincing, and so eventually I said, okay, whatever. But that was my very first time doing stand-up comedy. Usually, for comedians, they start off at a smaller forum. You have a smaller audience, you could test your material and so on. But I actually started for the very first time doing stand-up comedy at the National Culture Center.
Well,
So
listen,
I
you're
moved from
very.
there.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go
Sorry.
ahead. You move from there.
As a result of being involved in so many non-governmental organizations, as I would have mentioned, both RTs and direct support and Marundoy, and I have also had affiliations with a number of non-governmental organizations doing HIV/AIDS awareness work, what we call edutainment, which is education through entertainment. I would have been involved in a number of community development work. I later on joined the UN, where I also continued along the line of community development.
I want to say thank you, Miss Brung, for the Cash App donation. Like up the live, guys, you soon get into the spicy part. I don't know. You just staying.
And so I did that for a bit before moving to the arts full time, having my own productions countrywide and so on, and of course traveling to other countries.
To your success in politics overnight. So I am no longer worried about
In another children of what has happened.
background, and it has lent to your success in politics. Intellect, your articulation, and your eloquence come from that background, and it has lent to your success in politics overnight. So I am no longer worried about why you transform so quickly in terms of standing in parliament and being so eloquent and articulate and so powerful and vibrant. So we got that now.
Thank you very much for that, Norman.
No, and I mean that. I want to say once again, as so many people are tuning in, so many people are tuning in, I want to say, Odessa, and I mean it. I don't say things lightly on this program unless I mean it. I think you're a phenomenal black woman. And I hope you allow me to say black woman, because there are people who feel like we shouldn't say black in a
She's phenomenal.
multicultural society.
She's such a phenomenal girl. Jeff, big up yourself in the chat, man. What's up?
But I think you're a phenomenal black woman. And I strongly believe that you will climb heights over heights towards higher heights, for the want of a better explanation. I want to start with the serious issues facing Guyana in terms of opposition politics, and this is the serious aspect of our discourse. You are a representative of the Win Party, which is now the main opposition. It is a party that, as you rightly said, filled the gap of the incompetence of traditional parties. That's a fact. The Win Party filled the gap of the incompetence of traditional parties. Traditional parties that took the people for granted, that took representation for granted, that took everything for granted. So it was not easy. It was almost easy, sorry, for your party to step in the fold because people wanted a change. People wanted representation. People wanted grassroots people. People wanted people who are not traditional suit and tie politicians to make representations for them. Because what they saw from traditional suit and tie politicians was hunger, was disillusionment, was non-representation and so on. And so the Win Party got there. We got there, but here we are with the PPP in government. It appears to very many across Guyana that there is disunity in the opposition. There is disunity now. The Win Party is now the main opposition. You are one of the most powerful politicians in the opposition in Guyana. And one of the most powerful politicians in Guyana because nobody cares about the PPP. Nobody cares about the PPP, so they don't care about the women or the men in the PPP. They're looking to the opposition for solutions. So I want to start by asking you this question. Let us talk about the PPP winning the elections, 36 seats. Win getting, I think, 16 seats, the APNU, 12 seats, Amanzo Walton Desire, 1 seat. Right? The question beggars, now the opposition is perched in a position of power as a combined group, as a potentially a combined group, because it's not a combined group. Let us talk about the truth about broken agreements and arrangements with other parts of the opposition. Talk to me about Win and about the unity that people are asking for with the other opposition party, now that you are the main opposition party. You are the general secretary, you are a member of parliament, you're one of the most powerful people outside of the leader, Azruddin Mohammed. You are one of the most powerful opposition politician, main opposition politician. Talk to us about broken agreements. Talk to us about why there is no unity in the opposition. Because I will further ask you questions, but give me a layout before I ask you direct questions.
Absolutely no problem, Norman. In fact, I was very excited for you to get to me with this, to ask this particular question. My thing is, as it relates to, first of all, is if there is a need for the unification of the opposition. And my answer to that question is yes. And this is not about Aubrey, it is not about Amanza, it is not about Azarden or any of these people. It is about the people of this country. And what the opposition says is that we are the people who are not for the government. So we already start off by having something in common. And if the people those are the people who would have rejected the PPP government. And I am saying that we have to come to a place where we're mature as politicians to say, you know what, this is in the best interest of the people. This is what we have to do, regardless of how we feel, whether or not we like it. Now, I have noted in answering your question that a couple of times, especially with this Norton issue, which I'm sure you will get to at some point, as it relates to me, a lot of people are saying, why is it that Win and APNU are always fighting? First of all, we are never fighting. APNU is fighting with themselves. We have been attacked on a regular basis by the PNC. We say nothing and we do nothing for the most part. They come out here and they carry on. There is nothing that is said, Sherrod came out here, he attacked me for day and night, 40 days and 40 nights on social media, him and a number of other APNU supporters. I said nothing because I, first of all, was looking at the fact that I couldn't understand how he got to that place, because Sherrod and I believe we had a relatively good friendship prior. I am not getting on Facebook and attacking back and forth with somebody who I once considered my friend for no good reason. In fact, I felt that was very low to go, but nonetheless, it is what it is. Then you have, on a regular basis, including Aubrey Norton, who is now suing me so he can add this to the suit, has come out here countless times and attacked the leader, now attack the leader of WIN, and say all sorts of things associating him with a period of time in Guyana when innocent people lost their lives. Families haven't even recovered the bodies of some of those people who were killed during that period. And to come out here and make such reckless statements, at which time the leader would have probably been around, what, 14, 15 years old. These are the kinds of behaviors that are unacceptable. And I would have heard some comments on a show that Melly Mel had, where she was speaking with the persons within the opposition. And my position is, PNC don't need to be friends with WIN. WIN don't need to be friends with PNC or Amanza's party or any other party for that matter. But at the end of the day, if we could just, for the love of country, show some degree of maturity, if we have to deal with something that is of national interest and we have to come together on that issue, then let's do that and stop puppy showing and politicizing everything. How could you come out here every day, almost on a daily basis? There is somebody from within that party. They come out here and they attack you. I listened to Melly's show when she had them on. And they were saying, oh, WIN don't want to come together, and WIN is this, and Azadine is that, and all these sorts of things. First of all, if you want to come together with anybody, why are you coming out here and bashing them and carrying on in such a manner? We could disagree on policy. We could disagree on a particular position. But when you come out here and you personalize politics, then this is not about the people anymore. This is about you and your personal issues that.
And this is the same problem we got over here with some people with Scarlin. No joke. Yes, right, man. If we doing it for uplift the people them, let me do it for the people them. But it look like, you know what I mean? This man coming for this man and the man coming for the man because this person said or the person. No, come on, man. You see, it's how far this make things happen. Make Odessa said, oh. I say I could pull it up.
Well, if you want to come together with anybody, why are you coming out here and bashing them and carrying on in such a.
Your side, man. And these ways up, enough people is calling on the show and them tearing down and them bashing. Who ain't like Muhammad, who ain't this, who ain't. It's the same thing, you see? Same thing is history saying. And big up Lifestyle. Because like Lifestyle said, this thing is way more than the opposition leader and the rest of the party. This is the people them, bro. So if we showing the people them, this is how we behaving with one another, we're really be showing them that we want to uplift the country. This was saying is like this show, when people see people tearing down each other and running with each other, what them and say them and say, well, I thought Fire Feeling show is an uplifting show, or for teach people and uplift people, but them just fighting against one another over there. The people is quick for settle. And there's the same thing is happening. If we are going to be educating the people or we trying to live Guyana up, open the people them eyes, we can't be warring between one another. We don't have to be best of friends. But on the shore, we are a community. And the same thing goes in Parliament with Odessa talking. Like she said, nobody ain't got to be friends with nobody. But this thing is why nobody ain't got to be friends with nobody? Because it's not about us. It is about who? The people. So let we make the people feel good. We don't have to link, line, drink together. But when it comes to this work here, sir, let me put we foot on the ground and do what we got to do. Because it's not looking good with we fighting against one another. Because the PPP looking and skinning them. It's a gigi. Watch them. Watch what we got them. Gigi. But yeah, I bet that's no one going on. Bye.
A manner. We could disagree on policy. We could disagree on a particular position. But when you come out here and you personalize
Real thing, Glenn Rick. Big up yourself in the chat.
politics, then this is not about the people anymore. This is about you and your personal issues that you have with.
Aye. And this is what we want. We don't want this thing be you and your personal issues with you feel or what you like. This thing is not about you.
Somebody else. I have spoken about this publicly. And I will say it again that I did reach out. In fact, I thought, in my opinion, I had a very good conversation with the former leader of the opposition. I felt as though we were going to be having a meeting. We sat in that place, the persons from WIN, and we waited. He never showed up. When I called, he said, "Oh, I thought we had to go at Congress Place." Listen, that thing upset me so much. Because why did I forward you the address to where we're meeting if it's Congress Place? I need to send again that I did reach out. In fact, I thought, in my opinion, I had a very good conversation with the former leader of the opposition. I felt as though we were going to be having a meeting. We sat in that place, the persons from WIN, and we waited. He never showed up. When I called, he said, "Oh, I thought we had to go at Congress Place."
I tell you, see? See, I can say, oh, they're so bad mind and this and the cause you're saying, though. No, all of these things is what? All of these things, what Norton been doing. He noticed himself that he didn't want to link. Got the people them sit down waiting all the time. Then the people them call he, and he said, "Oh, no, we want to do it there. We want to do it here." We had this discussion of people talk about, oh, they feel like camera water dead. So it's okay to go by his place, but not by their place. Well, it's best we go somewhere with neutral. With none of we house. No house, none of we apartment, none of we property, nothing. Let's just go somewhere where now we own. We go upon the seawall. You know what I mean? Let me go upon Doorbell Street Guinness Bar. Yeah.
Listen, that thing upset me so much. Because why did I forward you the address to where we're meeting if it's Congress Place? I need to send Norton the address to Congress Place. I sent an address. You did not show up there. One of the persons on Norton's team suggested that we meet at another place, which was not that far
You
from
need
where.
to call names. You need to call names. You can't say one
Pardon?
person. You need to call names. You
Drought. Nah, I'm on dry show.
can't say one of the persons.
You
need to
are
speak
your
out.
names.
Well, I can't say who it was. I just don't want to say where it was for the sake of the business because they have nothing to do with this.
Say who
So,
it was. It's politics.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I have no problem saying who it was. I just don't want to say where they were purporting that we go.
Go ahead.
Good. So, Terence Campbell suggested that we go to this other place. Now, I am saying if Terence and Aubrey and Ganesh and whomever else is, well, I don't think Ganesh was on that listing. Don't let me say him. I don't think he was invited. Whomever were the other people are sitting at Congress Place. We are now sitting in another space waiting. Then let all of us meet up at this place right now. They said no. Aubrey has some 8 o'clock meeting, and if he come, he gonna have to leave and blah blah blah. So if Aubrey is not there, apparently a meeting can't be had unless he is present. Now, this is not a meeting to definitively say where we are going. This meeting, first of all, that we were about to have is as it relates to the regional seating. And so, as a result of that meeting, first of all, this is not a top secret meeting. This is not one of those things like Charandas where if the information got out beforehand, it could, he could be replaced or whatever. This is for us to come together and say, listen, regionally, we want this, y'all want that. Let us see what we can compromise with and so on. And you're not prepared to have to make yourself available for such a meeting. So now this meeting is postponed. I reached out to Terence. I said, man, this is a serious thing. And I'm reaching out to Terence, not because he's the head in terms of parliament, but because Terence is the person who I felt like I was closest to at the time. And he might be able to, have some degree of influence and perhaps help the leader to see the urgency of having such a meeting. That meeting was never had. I then asked Terence if we could have a meeting together, the two of us. I said, this is what we're going to do. I can come and tell you what WIN is looking at. You tell me what PNC looking at. APNU, you go back to them. And I will go back to my people and we will see whatever we could pull together and so on. So I did take in everything that Mr. Campbell suggested to me. I took it back to the party and the party agreed with one exception. And in the interest of time, we weren't able to have another meeting. So Mr. Campbell reached out to me via text. He said, "What did the party say?" Blah blah blah. Which he did share that screenshot live on his page and so on. So that was public information, even though he did not say who was the other person he was having the conversation with. And I said they agreed to everything except Region 10. And he said, if there is no agreement on Region 10, then there is no agreement at all. So that cancels out every single thing. My response was, let the chips fall where they may. And this is public. So now that he has put that out there, you can refer to this conversation from his page. Additionally, I noted that Mr. Campbell did a video saying that Win wants everything. And I took umbrage to that video. One, because I felt it was immature and quite silly. And Mr. Campbell is somebody who I held in very high esteem. And I could not believe that he would bring himself to such a place, politics or not, to make such an irresponsible statement. Because why am I having a meeting with you if I want everything? If you're saying that we are bullies, then we don't need to engage you. We could have just gone ahead and do as we please. But that is not, this is not about,
So right there, you're just saying that indeed.
oh, we want to appear as though we're the better party and who's the better this and the better that. This is about the people. I don't have the time for this degree of foolishness and exchange of words unnecessarily and these sorts of things. After the elections, the regional elections, if I may get into that, about additional things
No,
that
take your time.
have
Yeah, go ahead.
has put a wedge between us. Sir, in Region 8, let us start there. WIN got 7 seats in Region 8, PPP got 7 seats in Region 8, and PNC, or APNU, sorry, got 1 seat in Region 8. In my discourse, which Mr. Campbell canceled in that text message, we were purporting that they vote for us for the chairman and we will vote for them for the vice chair. And they agreed to that. So that was settled. I didn't need to go to nobody and come back and anything. I told them that our people has agreed. In my personal opinion, it's a rough toss-up because, and I have said this as well, because clearly the people of Madia, of Region 8, don't want y'all. But, I mean, if you got to vote for we and we can't win no other way, then there must be a compromise. And so we came to that compromise. Now, if you look at Region 8 currently, after the elections, let me tell you what happened. APNU voted with the PNC, with the PPP, sorry, and gave them the leadership in Region 8. And then the PPP voted with the APNU and gave them that seat over there. Now, this happened earlier on in the day, and I will explain that to give context in terms of what is happening. So on the day of the elections, it happened across the country at once. However, some people had delays because of a number of things. I was told Kwame and the PPP were carrying on down there in Region 4, so they were the last to vote. Now, there is no way with your 1 seat that you could have gotten vice chair. So you would have either needed to have an agreement with WIN or with PPP. And if you look at the results, I don't need to tell you who the arrangements were made with. In Region 10, I don't want to say the very same thing happened. In Region 10, it was kind of the reverse, where the PPP voted with the APNU, and so that is how come we came to a draw, tie more or less, in that region. And I do not want to say, but I don't know if it is Amanza's party or if it was somebody else who would have voted, because you would have still needed one other person, because collectively, the PNC, the APNU, I'm so accustomed to PNC, forgive me, the APNU and the PPP could not come together and make 9. So they still needed one more. And I am saying, obviously, if we had 9 seats there and we voted for ourselves and they abstained, then we would have won. Because obviously, the people of Linden want new leadership. That is not what Odessa is saying. That is what the votes said. And so that is how we are now at a stalemate. And of course, there is absolutely no, that is one of the things that was on the table, by the way, to discuss. And they were not very forthcoming with that. So, in my opinion, I would like to conclude that there is no care or concern for the people of Linden because you leave them without leadership for this extended period of time because you want to play petty politics, which is absolute nonsense. Now, if we were to move to Region 4, for example, Region 4, like I said, would have been the last voting region. And I was in Bartica at the time because Region 7 was voting. And because of, we didn't need numbers in Region 7, we won outright. So that was only going to go one way. I received a call saying that the APNU voted with the PPP in Region 8, because that election would have happened, that they came together and they voted the same way in Region 10.
Remember the phone are open, so you guys could call in 2 minutes a call as we go through the video calls. Remember it's an interview, so we're listening, we're dissecting. Also the phone line is open. So if you guys want to call in, phone lines are open. But remember, 2 minutes. It will not be going over that, all right?
And now we're at Region 4. What do we do? And I said, I spoke with the leader, and my conclusion is that we stand down. Because the PNC, the APNU, is past people. And just what Barjagdio said is just what happened. They come together and they put us out of every single thing. So you now are asking me, after you would have clearly taken your position, to come out here and vote and give you the chairmanship in Region 4? No, sir. You and the PPP who've been making y'all decisions all along, come together and decide what y'all gonna do about Region 4. Because we don't have the numbers on our side. It's not a fight that we could have. It's not like in Region 4, we would have gotten the lowest of the three. So what fight could we possibly have here? We should help the APNU, who's already proven to us twice that they're not inclined to work with us, that they're not inclined to vote with us. Absolute madness. Absolute madness. I know that members of the APNU, they were pushing this notion that in Region 5, there was somebody from WIN who voted with the PPP. That did happen. The guy said it was a mistake. I don't know if it is a mistake or not. I wasn't there. But at the end of the day, outside of the regions I've mentioned before, PPP didn't need nobody vote to win. They won those regions outright. So whether or not WIN voted with them in those regions, or APNU voted with them in those regions or against them, the outcome was going to be the same. They were going to win regardless. So there was no region where it mattered, where it was important for us to work together and show good faith, where WIN went against what was needed or what was right at the time. Now, and I would have explained all of this to say that what APNU is putting out there is dishonest. It as a ordinary member of society before getting into politics, if there is one thing I'd prefer is that my politician be honest with me, that our politicians be honest with us, tell us what it is. Listen, at the end of the day, it's safe to say, listen, we all humans and make a mistake. Hey, this is what happened. We shouldn't do this, but we're going to address it. We're going to do something different and so on. Now, I don't come on Facebook or on social media and attack these people. I do not do that. The post that came about as it relates to Aubrey, if some of you are going to say, oh, but you made this post about Aubrey. Yes, because I was
We will go to that.
responding
We
to
will
a
go
video.
to that. No, we will
No,
talk
no,
about
I'm not
that a
going
bit
into
later.
detail, but
Yeah, yeah.
I'm saying that this is not me coming out here and attacking him. It's a response to something. And very many times they do it and we say nothing because sometimes you're so busy. We have so much work to do. And I think that sometimes people do not consider the fact that WIN was not an existing party before the elections. There are two parties that existed prior, which would have been the APNU and the PPP, they could hit the ground running after elections immediately. Win still has to put things in place to ensure that we have structures that can govern the party, that we cater to the needs of the people, and at the same time, we still have to be involved and engaged in all of these social issues that are at hand at the moment. So it is a number of moving parts, and while you may not be able to see everybody in the public all of the time, it does not by any stretch of the imagination mean that they're doing.
Melinda, big up yourself, cause Melinda said, I lost all trust in APNU since in Granger time. A set of wicked people. You understand? This is what Trevor said. They got a lot of persons going to come and say, well, all right, they rate APNU or whatever is it. And then got people going to start to, yo, APNU do what they had to do. People just have to they just have to suck it up. I know that nobody ain't perfect. This is why I keep telling them politics game is a serious game. You see me? Real talk. I says no fightation because foolishness. Everybody, until we get somebody that is straight, like 6 o'clock, all of them did them little bad. If them and do it, bull like how the government that in power do it, allegedly, them do it slight. So, me and Kiwi nobody say. Straight.
Nothing. Some people have to work on this while other people focus on that so that we can ensure that we have a system that could please the people who voted for us and that can attract those people.
Because if it's one thing I know, right? It's not everybody. Because look at the government, right? They got people coming out and saying that, they voted for PPP and this is what PPP doing them. So listen what I'm saying, right? Listen what I'm saying. They got people that is hardcore PPP supporters, PPP voters coming out today and saying, oh, they're getting treated bad by PPP. It's not everybody. All right, I gotta say, depends upon the party that keep it real and is do for the people. Because I know we know. Remember now, Win knew. We ain't get a taste of Win. Them ain't going them ain't going powers yet. For we know about them. So who wants speculate could speculate upon day level about this and that. But still, they got something named put to the test. When you're there in the limelight, me want to hear people say that no, he ain't ready in this scene. No, he there in the lineup. Give you a chance so we get to see we is. Or then we got people saying, yeah, this man could do it, this man could this. It's a vice versa level. Give you a chance to get to do it. Let we see, because guess why? The only thing beat a failure, the only thing beat a trial is a failure. See, in order for we know who is who, they got to get a chance if they're fresh, like Win fresh. I don't care what nobody say. PPP being in the race for how much years now? I say give Win a taste. Let me see what they got. Not straying away from what I'm saying, right? Just like all people from the PPP crying, that is hardcore supporters and voters. They got people that was hardcore voters and supporters of APNU. PNC or let me say APNU. And they are the ones them would be speaking upon the bad times they had with the government. Just like PPP. Who do you run in the place? Which party, how much party run the place? PPP, PNC, and then APNU come after, right? All right. They got people who is hardcore. PNC still talk bad things about PNC with what they do when they went in power with them time. So, like I said, put win out of this right now because at no point we haven't get a taste for no win taste like. Just like PPP, PNC, and APNU. So when a man now come and talk about the bad things with APNU or Norton or wherever is it, you can't vex because this how it go. In all of these parties, they got people who can talk good and they got people who can talk bad upon what they feel. Them say, who feels it, knows it. That's why it's vexed when a man come and a man talk. Not like everybody's feel like a man speculating. It got to be what they went to. It have to be what they face when these people them had the time. So, despite, to me, despite however you want to paint the Mohammeds, I still would like to get them, I would like for them to get a chance. Not Mohammeds. Although you speak about the Mohammeds, with whatever within this youth man, Azruddin Mohammed is in the opposition leader position, I still want give them a chance that we see what they would do. Because like I said, everybody deserves a chance when they're in the lineup. And all of these, one of them had the chance. Win is the freshest party since sliced bread. Since sliced bread. Win and a man's well, they don't know. Forward guy, you know, big them up same way. You understand? But Win carry more weight than them. So Win is the new thing since sliced bread. Let me see what they got. Let me see what they're capable of. I don't care. It's like straight. Until somebody else come and they power up and them do like what them man do. Simple.
Who did not vote for us this go around, so that by the next election, we could be an even greater force to reckon with.
Odessa Primus, General Secretary of the Win Party and Member of Parliament. A phenomenal woman and a woman who is eloquent and articulate, and she's proving it here this evening. I want to add to what you say with a question, if I'm allowed. You said that yourself and Dr. Terence Campbell, who's the parliamentary lead of the APNU, were personal friends, were good friends. You didn't say that in your actual words, but you indicated that you were friends. I'm saying that based on my investigations. You were very, very, very close. And there was this issue that there was betrayal coming from you, and others say that there was betrayal coming from Dr. Campbell. I know you've explained the ramifications in relation to the seats or whatever. What went wrong with yourself and Dr. Terence Campbell? I want to add a caveat before you go forward. Dr. Terence Campbell is a personal friend of mine. Is somebody that I will continue to build. Is somebody that I trust. Is somebody that I have. But on this program, I am being very objective. So there is no slighting of anything. There's no bias anywhere because this is serious. There is an issue with unity, and the unity is not had. The unity is not had in the opposition. So hear what I'm saying. As a host of a program, but more so as a political activist, my contention is that there is no unity, and that is undermining the fight to remove the PPP, to hold the PPP accountable, and to reduce the PPP. I repeat, Dr. Terence Campbell is a brother to me more than a friend. And I'm a brother to him more than a friend. But I maintain on this program, Honorable MP Odessa Primus, that this program will be objective. It will be objective. There will be no bias.
Correct.
No bias. And you are here on this program as a phenomenal woman, as a black woman, and as someone who has proven tonight before the viewers. We have thousands of people tuning in already, literally, that has proven that your ability to articulate complex issues in a simple form is successful. Nothing more. So I want you to talk to us about the disunity. You have a friend in the you had a friend in the APNU, I would like to think, that you felt that decisions could have been made, agreements could have been made. Because of that friendship, certain things could have happened politically to benefit the opposition, to benefit Win, to benefit the APNU, to have a unity in the fight against the PPP. Talk to us seriously about what went wrong, because we have heard, this program has heard, that you betrayed Terence Campbell, and this program has heard that Terence
What kind of ass is this? The hot, it hot, it hot. It is hot. The word is she. The word is she betray Mr. Campbell. Watch your face. Oh God.
Campbell betrayed you. So, as friends, talk to us about what really happened. Who betrayed him?
Hey. Hey, you make a joke with this freaking parliament, this political world, I mean. This political world is a serious world. Because listen now, she said earlier that she feel that she and Mr. Campbell share a reasonable and a good relationship between each other. So she feel that he stepped out of his line in certain ways. So now Norman asking she that and telling she that oh, the word is she is the one. You understand? All I know, I'm called stay on the line. She is the one that make the whole thing, the whole boat go overboard. You understand? This is what got me laughing. Good night. Go ahead.
Blessed good night to you, Fire Feelings.
Oh, yes, sis.
Blessed good night to Lifestyle and all the rest of lawyers, listeners, those that I remember by name and those that I don't remember by name. Kiss the co-host to me.
Right.
Remember, when this thing went on, I told you it didn't go like how people say. Remember, I told you that APNU vote against Mohammed. And APNU stronghold, they come and defending them and say it wasn't like that. You're hearing it now. You hear it now because I know I heard of it when she made the appointment to call the meeting with Norton, and Norton, they said yes, and then he changed his place because they was never in favor. But what I am saying, if you're about a country and you're about the people in the country,
Straight.
all of we is three opposition, put all the difference aside. And all three, the opposition supposed to hold one head and voting and supporting one another. It's not like when Amanzo vote for win and the 12 disciples walk out of parliament because they said they voting have no value. Once you show that you back in the next opposition, you showing the leading party that you're against what they're doing. But when you go walking out, you showing you is in favor of the leading party. It's straight up.
I telling you.
Because if you saying Madonna lifestyle, let me vote against PPP, and when the time reach, I walk away and left you on lifestyle, well, they're showing that mean in favor of what y'all saying.
Aye.
So that is what AP and you doing all the time. I don't want nobody come out and all about black race, and black race is human race I talking about. It's not rat race. Blessed love.
One love. Yeah, man. This is what we talking about. No phone lines open, man. I don't know the thing already. Let's see Samuel and calling in. We're going to take a 2 call. Then we jump into the video. We're going into that 10:30 hour. 2 hours of show. But, like I told you guys, man, we got some good news, bad news. You don't know we're gonna be narrowing down the morning show to 2 hours also. You understand? So it's gonna be 8:30, 10:30 in the morning, 8:30, 10:30 in the night. 2 hour show, quick and fast. I don't know how we want a lot of things to deal with. See, I don't know. Also the time, 2 minutes. Alright? Final call, going to the
This
call.
Yeah, good night. Right? Let me clear about something, right? And hope you all understand. And let me tell you something, right? Let me say something to our listeners, right? You have to listen to both sides of the story. You understand? It's good that everybody can gravitate to who they like, right? But then sometimes you have to listen and understand. Now, let me go back to the talking when she said at home. Day and night, every day, shut down, contraction, bullshit, and that kind of thing. All y'all been listening because they're on Facebook. How many times y'all shut down, contract this woman down? He said something when he said Bride Chucky without mentioning her name, but all we know that she talking about, right? And then he come out back and he apologized to her. Anytime after the yali, anybody they share down contract and name is the victimizer that's always play victim. The victimizer that's always play victim. And let me tell you something, remember the thing we did not when they cancel out? Because after the first meeting, they realized that they have Odessa and them. Now there's Melly and them. They bug in the place or the passing information to the Melly coming out. You remember the story? Remember they talk about the story before?
Yeah, but
you understand? And that's how they start dressing back. Now the next thing is
he's still
the next thing is
he's still wrong. He should have let the people them know from up front since she sent the address. But boom, they didn't do something like that.
You have to protect them, but they had many meetings. They had many meetings in which they really never on. She mentioned that there are many meetings in which they really even though they come out of Sarabo, the presidential candidate came out of her mouth. That when Apple don't vote for them, they gonna vote their own people in. Them ain't got time with Apple. They looking after their interests. You understand? So it's a whole lot of things, but of course she got to defend herself and she got to defend her party, right? You understand? One last thing. When the man mentioned the thing about Mohammed, he said to somebody, because a question was asked, he said to somebody, oh, you're gonna support them people that supported Phantom Squad. He never said Mohammed was there. But at the certain time, the Phantom Squad ain't done then, because he knows where Mohammed they're running the father business, they still are the Phantom Squad. So you think paper shards get killed and all them things? The Phantom Squad was still in effect. And not only though, you remember when Mohammed himself said he and boys, these guys wasn't police. He was known for having bad boys with guns. He buys them, he used to pick up the gun and go protect the government of the East Coast. You understand? So it's not things.
All right, my brother, respect. You get work up too much with this seed. You understand? Like I said, right? And I ain't gonna say it again, right? When I hear you reason as respect and no disrespect, you know what I mean? But still, you might just hear from sort, yeah, we know two sides of story. But come on, if the next party want to come up, this what we hearing here, sir, is not nothing new. Hold on a minute. 1 minute I'm calling. Stay up on the phone. This we hearing is not nothing new. So why AP and you ain't come and talk nothing about this before? This is not nothing new. We she talking here, sir? We been covering this long. So why nobody from the AP and you never come out and say nothing? But now, Samuel saying that, oh, you got to hear two sides of the story. It's not now we hearing this. It's just now she there on a show talking these things. Sometimes I just want to know if, me stupid. Go ahead, McCall. Good night.
Help five feelings. Good morning. Good night to all the listeners, but why? Why when people start talking?
Yeah.
Why? Why when people talk about people APNU, he just getting a haste? Why? APNU ain't giving any food, they ain't giving any house. I was a strong APNU. And I don't get haste because I know what to do for people. When you know Abiola Hotel in Pleasant, if he used to play out. When the hotel burned down, you know, APNU went in and they was to help them people and they didn't help them. They didn't help them. They promised them people that's how they're gonna. They promised them people that are gonna help them get house, land until to come out until today, Miss Jean, them ain't get no way.
I tell you.
Since you talk about APNU, he just jump on it. The thing with Odessa talking is what I don't listen.
Guess what, sir? We hear that already, is not no. We know it or not, we know it.
I sit down here and I listen, she did something I don't, but he's so upset that soon as I talk about the APNU, he just jump off and he swear his life out for them. Swear for yourself and not for people.
Big up
because none of them in the APNU was crooks. All right, baby. Bye. Yeah.
Yeah, lifestyle. Hello? Yes, I quick and
Bang.
fast. Bang.
Blessed night. Miss Madonna, blessed night to you. My lady there, these are the people that you call the encouragers within the black community, within the black society. You understand? This is something that we hear before. And you know something? I want people with common sense understand something here. Most of us, when it comes to me, you, Fire Albert, Miss Madonna, and a lot of other people here who names ain't called, you all know yourself with brains. So you all know wherever I say in y'all, we just talk about things that we literally seeing and hearing. Am I right or wrong?
Great thing.
We just talk about things that we seeing and hearing. What's really wrong with these encouragers, stiff-necked fools be? This guy keep coming and talking politics on the station and we're not talking politics. This guy keep talking about what people said before and the past and there's no evidence towards it. This is somebody literally talking what happened. And it has been talked before, and up to now, the opposition ain't come and said nothing about it. This guy always talking like he's an opposition or something. No, we ain't talking for Muhammad or for nobody here, you know. We talking, we be seeing, and we be hearing. I mean, for time I got bring my 10-year-old nephew for come and say the same thing I'm saying. He's watched this thing with me, and he's asked me, hey, uncle, these people foolish. I tell you, buddy. That is foolish, brother.
Bang, bang.
That's the reason why I do so tough for you.
Yeah, my brother. One love. Hi, good night.
Fire.
Yes,
good
sir.
night to you, the family, and everybody on the live. This whole show is politics. So I know like start talking. It's politics. As long as you breathe it, it's politics. Samuel have a right to give his point of view. Like everybody else who have a horse in the race.
We keep telling that.
Nobody doesn't.
That is it we survey. Nobody, right.
Right. Everybody got a horse in the race and nobody answering nothing about the people who got a horse in the race. But one of the issues was like, okay, they had a meeting with Win. How Melly Mel get the meeting to broadcast it? Who gave Melly Mel the minutes of the meeting? Who gave her it? Do we know? Was it Apnu who gave her it? Or is our friend Odessa or somebody else? If me, you having a meeting, how somebody else could get it and hear it?
We understand this wrong. And we
don't suppose to happen. This is why the people had a problem with going to meetings with them. Because if we go into meetings, we got to discuss wherever amongst ourselves, nobody else. Right. And if it's going to be released, we got to know who releasing it. But it's more than one side to the story, and Apno won't come and clarify nothing unless you invite them to do so. If you doesn't invite them, they wouldn't come and do so. And I heard her talking that people bashing Muhammad about this and about that. Then Muhammad answered for himself. Not because the bashing Muhammad, she gotta come and say something about nothing, whether we don't know whether it's truth or not. But they can't make you come say something about nothing.
Me feel is like, does she does start out, does me feel this what she mean, you know what I mean?
This is how it lead up to.
She
It
does
lead up
start
to
out,
build
when
up,
people
build up.
call Muhammad name, you know what I mean? This is how she say, like, you know, she put in name,
Right.
right? But
Right.
if
And
it's
they
any,
couldn't, they couldn't collate
all right.
because
You
he
don't
was
know
a sanctioned person. So they couldn't collate with he before the election.
All right, my brother. All right, good night. Hello, good night. Hello, good night.
Good night, Fire.
Yes, I.
Big up on the tonight. Big up on the night. Samuel got her cool down.
Yeah, man.
I'm old 65-year-old running behind New years. New sailor. And now if Muhammad is going, we have to change. If the young people looking for change, we have to drop ourselves down. I could tell you what happened to do in my village. They keep all the contract. Now you understand it. Now PPP giving them young contract. Then I realized that them one set of people in my village we used to clean the trench and all them things. It's APNU used to do their what business, PNC, and they gotta accept the defeat. If they don't accept defeat, they can't go. And they have to go with Muhammad. They tell themselves they got lawyers and this behind them. They don't want to go behind Muhammad. They tell themselves because the man is sanctioned. Let me tell you which one of them. Look at the finger, the pint, how much more pints back at them. That is what I must say. Give the young man a chance. God raised up Saul. He raised up David.
Straight
You understand me? Let them know that. Give the young man a chance. If God say, win gonna be the next one because if he must go, APNU got to work to them and the brothers got to work. And they got to work together to be an opposition to fight the PPP. Right now, they're fighting the PPP. They're fighting with bare stupidness. Bare stupidness they're doing. Everybody watching. They got to come together. They got to get team spirit. Then you have a joker. This one in Norton. Every week, he keeping meeting, press conference. Nonsense. Come together as one and keep the press conference. Have a blessed night.
One love, mama. I just love how the calls them is coming and deal with it, you know what I mean? And I'm definitely loving it. Like I told you guys, I'm definitely strict on that 2 minute shit. That 2 minute SHIT. I'm dead serious tonight. So just know when you are past your 2 minutes and you are still there conversating, I'm gonna press off. Look on your phone. When you call, the time is on your phone. So all you gotta do is when you're talking or you put it on speaker and you could see the time running to 2 minutes. Because when it meet 2 minutes and it goes over that, I'm gonna end the call. Okay, guys? Just know that no disrespect. But like I tell you, I'm strict with the time right now. I ain't up on that right now. We get back into the video.
Well, I explained the story in terms of how the elections work out, so the people can be the judge of that. But more importantly, though, this is not. I did not get into politics to make friends, to think about who I lose as a friend or who I don't lose, and all these sorts of things. Politics is bigger than me, and it certainly is bigger than Terence Campbell. And my thing is, I don't need to be anybody's friend. At the end of the day, what is important is whether or not we were able to meet.
Hi, good night.
Hi, good night, Fire.
Yes, good night.
You know, man, you sort of feel blood pressure on the show now.
I don't know what's wrong with me sometime. I know. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I can start playing. I can bring Bill Lover. I can bring Bill Lover video.
Man, you know something, do something else. I gotta tell you.
Okay.
Earlier, in your I think it was last time program, you said, man, no abuse and no, you know, we don't attack one another and them thing though.
Okay.
But like I said, just call and, you know, basically directed his comments to Samuel.
Okay.
You understand me? And what he said just now is not, I don't appreciate it because he basically called him out of his name.
Okay.
Everybody has an opinion.
I think I went to the bathroom
Yes,
just now. Sorry there. I didn't get to hear it. Okay.
Well, everybody got their opinion. Remember you said that everybody can speak from their side or their experience. That is what Samuel is doing. I'm not picking off anybody. I could tell you personally, I used to be on the side of APNU and APNU failed me. The people who helped me in getting the government job right now is PPP. And I am the PPP supporter. You understand me? So everybody, we need to be fair. We need to be fair to one another. Let us share our views respectfully. Keep the name calling out. Respect everybody's opinion. You don't have to share the same opinion, but just acknowledge and keep it pushing.
Thank you,
you understand me?
Yeah, man.
I want to keep listening to this show and don't let my pressure go up no more.
You're right. Respect my sister.
All right, good night.
Good. Yeah, man. Yeah, just keep it neutral, man. Yeah, I don't know. All of these brothers and sisters over here, somebody. Like I tell you that how I love Samuel and respect Samuel and nobody can stop Samuel. You understand from calling in? Y'all just know the same thing with y'all too. But y'all gotta just keep it neutral. This thing is not no call name, this thing is not no fight down. Everybody got their opinion. That's why when Samuel called in, I love he, if I feel to myself that he says something that I might know about something, I can entertain and say no, boom, boom, boom. If me know and I hear he talking, I would listen to you because most time he's credible. But it's just that, you know what I mean, how he might come over sometime. And I understand he. And sometimes I say the same thing too, you know what I mean? And I understand. You know what I mean? When it comes to AP and you and anything, I know he's a strong defender of this freaking party. And I mean vex with though. But you see why I stay upon the ground with what he's there saying with he. As my G, he's my brother. And I rate you when I come guy and I gotta look for my dog as he's a taxi man. You gotta roll it, you gotta drive me around. You gotta carry me certain place. I look and got my vehicle driving. You understand? So respect to everybody, but let us keep it like I told you guys already. No? We in there ponder. Lifestyle, hold your composure. Everybody hold your composure, please. Alright? Alright. It is 50 minutes past 10. We're going up to that 10:30. You don't know what's going on. Let me continue.
And discuss issues that are of national interest and to maturely come to some sort of resolution or some sort of direction that we would be taking. This is not about friendship and who like who and who rub shoulder and who knock glass. It is about whether or not we are able to put aside our personal feelings, because politics is not about our personal feelings when the people in this country suffering. So I refuse to think that is that is an issue. But let me tell you something, Norman, on the issue of unity. And I know that I perhaps am likely to upset a number of people in the PNC because they're not open to constructive criticism. But let me say this, Norman. The PNC has, the APNU has no unity over there. Half of the people, or more than half of the people, left the party, whether or not they're gone with PPP, whether it's James Bond, whether it's Tandai, whether it is whomever, they have left. Then you have the Tabitas and the Natashas who are over this side. Then you have those people who we don't see or hear anything from, which is the likes of the Christopher Jones. Where is David Granger in all of this? Where is Joe Harman? Where is Valda Lawrence? Let me tell you something. I had a discussion today with a very good friend of mine, very educated chap. And I was telling him, I said, you know, if there is one thing you can credit David Granger for, was his ability to bring people together. Because he, first of all, was able to have a coalition, which looks very different than it looked while he was there. But additionally, you had people that look like everybody in this country. You had a decent and proportional representation of what the country's economic makeup looks like, of what the country's educational makeup look like, whether they're up here or down there or in the middle. We had that, and he was able to do that. Now, the PNC is or the APNU, I'm really battling with this APNU thing. The APNU cannot keep their own party together, cannot agree among themselves, how then do we agree as an opposition collectively? And I say that from a good place. If you can't keep your family together, as strangers you can go out in the street and get together. Come on now. Come on now. If we are going to get serious about these things.
I tell you something. Do you see this? Do you see this piece of interview? This piece of interview which she do, right? They got enough sauce coming out of this. They ain't get this ain't done because the AP and you coming out just now. And a bag of things gonna talk and talk. And we bringing everything here, so yeah.
Look how many persons left. Brooms got your own party. Amanza got your own party. All of them came out of there. You're unable to keep your party together. You're unable to unify your own party. And you are telling me that you are trying to unify the opposition. What efforts are you making? And what?
Hello, night.
Yeah, greetings.
Yes, sir.
Aye. Like you show on the forward live right now.
Yeah, man, you're up on the show, man. Live.
Yes, I bet. And give thanks, you know. Just listening into the eye show, you know, saying Forest night.
Overs.
Yeah, man, just love the energy, love the vibes, you know what I'm saying?
Respect.
And,
yeah, man.
And how things are really run, you know?
Yeah,
yeah, man.
Yes,
well, I even Forest night, yeah, I was chanting, you know. That everyone free to share their view. I respect the sister and just know how the sister and chant. That everyone free to chant their view, you know, of how them see things. You know what I'm saying? But the bashing that ones are getting, well, just bashing Mr. Norton, like the PNC start going down in the time of Mr. Norton. The PNC start going down the drain things in the time of Mr. Granger, fireman. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because Mr. Granger after the election with the PPP and this and that, Mr. Granger never come up. People put their life on the line for change. Mr. Granger run and hide after the whole election and come out and tell people nothing. Left people in the dark. You know what I'm saying? When Aubrey become the leader, everybody from in the party, this thing start from in the party, you know, power struggle is what people there put.
I tell you.
Yes, I do show you. This person runs so, the person runs so, everybody keep broken up. You don't see David Harmon after he lose, well, the people say, well, Norton, he run away and hide. He ain't show no support. You know what I'm saying? So you can't sit down and bashing one man like he is the downfall of a party, fireman. There's two sides to everything. Yes, I do show you. And even listening to Odessa Primus. Yes, I do show you. Odessa Primus, when she been by the court with Tim Mohammed's story, she's the one who jump out and holler how Psycho ain't got no money. Mr. Campbell don't have no money. So naturally she's showing people like she that would win for money. Yes, I do show in the eye. There was she's who charmed her, you know. By the court, check the evidence within Travis Chase. You know what I mean? So people just try to polish things for suit them way. And for when people got to analyze and see what's going on for themselves. Yes, I do assure you. But keep it real. I love the energy. I love the vibes. You know what I mean? I just watching and see what going on. But people got to know who is the real enemy. You know? Give thanks. Bless and love my brothers.
Qualifies those efforts because I don't understand. It's not that we haven't tried. We have been trying. But it is difficult to unite people who can't even unite themselves.
Yeah, Dion.
Yeah, my brethren, blessing to your family, blessing to your audience, my brother. Yeah, I support that call, my brother, because here was in 2015 when we won the election, bro. Here, 2015, 2016 was the best year, bro. You understand?
Aye.
But after 2017, bro, that was it. Just me say Granger hide. That's what happened. Till we should then bring out the song. Where you went, you know? Why you hiding?
Okay.
You understand? And that song was suited for him. Because what he failed to do is for protect the youths, was to give the youth employment. And what he did, he got to all the old folks them and give them employment. And the youth said, no, we can't do that, bro. We vote for you. We put our life down for you. You understand, bro? And you give all the old people them all the things. So you understand? So this where it starts from, and the youth just boycott.
Great talk. Great talk.
Because look when he had when he had the thing at the stadium, we gonna get space for people, bro. Thousands of people travel from all walks of life and got there, bro. Inauguration. You understand? And since then, 2017, that was it, bro. But,
Big up yourself, dear.
that's it, bro. Bless it.
Yeah, man. One love all time. Is that it? Yeah, man. Switching set up.
And that is the struggle that we have, that everything is personal.
Quick and fast, 2-minute lifestyle. Let's go.
Quick and fast, right? So regardless of what she is saying, right? Let me ask you a question now, me you speaking. Because we know we country. But everything that she's saying about opposition, is it something that me you don't know? Or me you don't know about that before we left Guyana?
Yes.
Jesus Christ. It's not this is what I'm trying to tell people, right? Understand, my lady that's listening? It's not the message, you know. At times, you know, sometimes it's the messenger. And the messengers that we go within we group is what leading we astray, the youngsters astray. And if the message is not coming properly to people like we that got brains, we gotta open it. And as Fire is keep preaching here that his channel is not politics. When I see that it turning politics, we have to speak, because what this woman is speaking, regardless whether it's coming from her mouth or not, we know that is not no lies. We know that. We know what's going on in we country. So when people look this woman, another woman will call it, how old is she, brother? I can't understand, brother. And listen, you know why we would never, ever understand with PNC would never win? You hear the woman now explain there? If y'all can't collate amongst yourself, how y'all collate with other people? And we see it right there. How is it that people can left APNU and go and join PPP? Big man, let these things make sense now, man. Oh, Lord of mercy, then. Bang.
Bang. Good night.
Fire.
Yeah, Albert, we're going on.
That's it. Nah, bro, a long trip me there from, but me been listening to the thing on the phone.
Okay.
Cause come from long, I just get in and listening to the whole thing and the little early morning and all the show inspiration and control of the show, man. Yeah. You're right, man. People gotta stop coming like this thing is a battleship. We here for disagree and agree and for voice our opinion, not to bring each other down or go come at people, you know. A man may say what you don't like. Hey, if you come to contradict what you said, just do it clean and nice. That's all. Just do it clean and nice. Like when I was listening, I was out last, I listening to certain thing wise too. And it was nice. You see, it was nice. And I been wanna call in so bad, but I couldn't because the whole building in darkness. So the electrical was going up a tree family there.
Okay.
Yeah, man. But you know what, Fire? Until the opposition leader and the people of the parties that they follow come together, some one of them have to come together. If the leader them don't come together, the people that need to come together and show the leaders them they could do it, so they want them to do it. But everybody fighting on each other, bro. And the big elephant in the room, they're not paying. The big elephant is dancing and shaking the jungle up and on them, and even feeling the jungle shaking, bro. They gotta get it together.
Straight up.
And like I always said, if I win and knock you out of place, if you're a boxer, right?
Great time.
And I hold the belt. You beat me and take the belt. Who you think gonna be more aggressive or more mad about losing the belt? It's me. So if you get knocked down, let it make sense, bro. That's what I say. Yeah, we could talk. Like my auntie told me, she was a big APNU fan. I know she was a PNC. Get that. And she went to, she said, Granger. She said the first person who let the shit down was Corbin. Nobody talking about you know, calling him steady and ain't nobody answering though. Doing all this phantom killing and all these things. Was Corbin was the representative of the opposition. I talking, I see him and Jack the jumping champion. I keep saying it. Calm, no lies, proof with my own two eyes. Nobody tell me this, bro. You understand? Then when Granger go in there, everything good. Then he turn it back, running and support his wife, people, and come on, bro. Nobody say he's a president, yeah, but you gotta support everybody, your own people and whoever, guys. That's what you're there for. So when these people step off and went away from APNU, you can't be mad, bro. Because the track record is not great. The greatest track record y'all had is wrong Burnham time, and nobody can move that. Are they listening?
Good night. Final call. Just a minute, call out. Stay up on the line. Don't move. Stay right there. Yes, guys, you don't know what's up. This is the final call before we close out here, sir. So you don't know what's up. After this call, I'm not taking no more call. So whoever calling after this call, I won't be replying to them because it is 10:30. Go ahead, caller.
I had to call back.
Yes.
The pressure gone down a little bit. But to piggyback off of what Lifestyle just said, I'm speaking to you and me now because we got brains. Norton was given a broken party. He was given a party of dysfunction. After Granger left, he was given a party that was already divided. Okay. There was division even when Granger was there. And this is coming from somebody that was within telling you this. He is not the person to run a party. He's the person to work behind the scenes as he's been doing through many of our leaders in the PNC party. He's been there since Burnham time. He, McAllister, and all them men been there doing groundwork. That's his forte, right? So when they gave him the party, dysfunction started to bubble up to the top. It was already there. Okay. He can't run the party, but he refused to pass the reins on to somebody else. Because within ourselves now, we got this crab in a barrel mentality. We want to see the next person get it because we don't agree with them or we don't like them or whatever, be it a youthful person or otherwise. Ali and all them, the late greats, they refuse to cooperate to even select a neutral person within the party to lead it. So we ended up with Norton. And Norton cannot push the party forward. You understand? But anyway, stop bringing these political topics and let me nerves settle. You hear, Fire? All right.
All right, beautiful. Good. Anyway, we got that was it for the show. Sorry for y'all think y'all blood pressure is raising? Do you guys think it's only you alone blood pressure is raising? Me blood pressure is raising too. Anyway, I love you guys like I told y'all from before. I love you guys again. I want to go in my grave. I can love y'all. You understand? God bless. Stay safe. Tomorrow, we got some mad topic for y'all. By tomorrow, going to burn up. I swear. Tomorrow is not no normal show. So make sure y'all there here in class at 8:30. Peace and love to everybody that definitely tuned in tonight. I love you guys. Stay safe. Have a beautiful evening. Sleep nice. Wake up on the right side of the bed because tomorrow is morning, neighbor, morning. Morning, neighbor, morning. I got in my bed because I try to sleep today. And me too, cheering them rack me nerves. I just get up and say, yo, your cheering them ever make you chase your sleep? Like literally get up and say, yo, sleep. Move, man. Like, go and do something. Cause these cheering them making I sleep. Guy. I think all all fathers that got kids go through in their family. Mothers too. You know what I mean? So today, and I gonna collect me son. Oh guy, rather can start. I said, what? No sleep. Me man, no more sleep. But guess what? I gonna catch my bed now. Yeah, man. And even before then, why I didn't get for come because I'll tell y'all, I'm not getting to sleep. That's why I want to narrow down the show also in the morning. And as we got it in the evening also, narrow down the show because sometimes we wake up 5:30 or 6. I got to do what I got to do. I got to get the show prepared. So I still got to chop up videos for post on the channel because I can't just doing live all the time. I got to post videos. So when I done at 11:30, because the algorithm for drop videos is between 12 to 6 in the evening. That's when, remember the algorithm is something that it tells you, okay, algorithm, then you go into the analytics. Analytics, that's the thing. The analytics show you, in the analytics on YouTube show you how much subscribers you got, where they're from, the time they watch your videos. I'm not talking about live and these things. So it gives you a more idea when you should drop your videos from when you shouldn't drop your videos, because remember, a video have to capitalize between the time when it drop to the 24-hour the next day. And if you don't drop it the time when your viewers wake up watching the video, your video ain't gonna get watched. I'm implicating all this to let you know that that's the time why I'm narrowing it down. So it's not gonna be a 8:30 to 11:30 show in the morning. It's gonna be a 8:30 to 10:30, just like in the evening, because I'm gonna get a little more extra time to upload videos. You know what I mean? It's not a channel where it's go live alone. It's a channel where it's go. So nobody don't get vexed, man. Nobody don't get upset. It's gonna be a 2-hour show from tomorrow, quick and fast, that I could get for do what you got for do. You know what I mean? Because they got a lot of things I gotta deal with on the show, and I ain't getting time. So big up to everybody that definitely tune in, and definitely see you guys tomorrow. Drink some more Milo. What I gotta drink Milo for? What I gotta drink Milo for? Milo for? What I gotta drink Milo for? Jesus Christ. Anyway, see you guys, man. Love you guys. We out.